All right, here we go. We're down Sarah tonight, so it's just us four. All right, so last week you guys making your way to Baldurs Gate. Um, and by the way, I went back to the map for the previous fight with the two fights ago, where there was the storm giant skeletons. Before that, there was the sort of beach ambush. One of the Zentarum agents did survive that fight. There was just one left, so you guys do still have one with you. We'll kind of hand wave that they were not in the last two maps or fights. But yeah, you still got one. So they're still sort of leading you. What's that?
Nothing. I'm just sorry myself.
Okay, so her name's Celira, and she's able to make it up the mountainside. So this last week, there was a deluge. The river, the road you were down got, tsunami style flooded. A landslide happened at the same time. You guys were at the intersection of it. Melyanarh got swept away downriver. Globagul surfed it, kind of. So he's also not here. And you guys survived some harpies and a wyvern. So with that, by the way, the Zentarum agent is the end goal here is to take you back down to the Underdark, to the city of Manal Darith. And the entrance, you're being told, is near Gauntled Grim, which is very far away. It's sort of the north of the Sword Coast. And it was thought that it would be the easiest way to get there would be to teleport via Baldurs Gate. So because none of you have been there before, you need somebody who's been there, who can visualize it. So that was the aim. You guys are headed to Baldurs Gate to get to go to one of the temples where Melyanarh worshipped his religion, and get them to teleport you up to Gauntled Grim. To get you in the ballpark of this Underdark entrance that this agent knows of. So that is where we will begin tonight. What do you guys do?
Are we still in this area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is just post combat now. So Bell is gone, drifting downriver. So you don't know what's happened to him. He may or may not be dead. It looks pretty grim, though. There's like trees and tons of like debris, like in this newly formed river that has overtaken this road that you guys were walking up. Greg shrinks back down to normal size.
Yeah, Greg shrinks down.
Dude, where are what?
What's that? Oh, do they float?
Do they, for some reason, do they have any reason to sink or whatever?
Yeah, let's see if we can find an excuse for that.
What was wearing heavy armor? So
what was he wearing? I think he was in like plate mail, so that's not great.
That's so heavy.
Oh boy.
Well, is he gonna have PTSD?
Well, he knows where we're going. He'll just meet us there.
Right, yeah. Oh.
Or we can sit up and wait.
Start looking downstream or something.
So Celira is like kind of hanging onto the mountainside too. She like climbed up, and she just starts screaming, "Fuck! Fuck! Fuck! Shit! God damn it!" She's kind of like just frustrated. Her whole party was wiped out 2 fights ago, and she's just like she's had enough.
Oh yeah, she definitely has PTSD.
All the people that can't fly or swim, they get out on top of the mountain, right?
What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, Tony. Anyone who can't fly, it's just basically on top of the mountain.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't fly.
And it's still raining very heavily.
Right.
It's still lightning all around you guys, and you know the three of you that are flying have like kind of a bad feeling about the static potential of your positioning and the possibility of you getting struck.
Yep.
Selena climbs her way down to the gully, gets her way over to Trudy. Fuck, we need to get cover. We can't stay here.
Yeah. Where?
I don't fucking know.
Where should we get cover? We're on top of a mountain.
Well, at least we're safe from the water here.
Exactly.
Fuck. And
Can we walk along the top of the mountain?
everybody
Is there
give me
something in sight?
everybody give me a perception check.
Sure. Let's see, my perception.
Whoop.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, you're just blind, hid by the light.
I got a face full of mud.
I'm only pretending to look.
Thorns. Great. Jesus, he is better than I do.
Nice. All right. Lightning flashes again near you guys. There's like a little triple strobe of light, and Greg spots just kind of east of here, following this gully, like a little overhang recession that's got a little bit of like almost a sheet of water that's kind of running down it, and so there's an overhang with a little bit of area under it. So he spots something that like looks like you could take refuge from the rain.
Alright. So I'll head to there.
All right, you guys make your way over to that. And it's slippery. It's a little wet. Those of you who are flying, are you heading there airborne, or are you gonna like kind of land and walk?
A combination of both, I guess.
Okay.
Land when we get closer.
I can't see anything. Where we're going? My perception is 0. Where are we going?
And
Your perception is 2.
Solera points it out. Trudy, like right over there. Look, there's an overhang. We can get dry there at least.
All right, I'll just follow you. I don't know where I can't see it. Just
All right,
wherever you go.
this way. Come on.
Take him by the hand.
Is Thorn doing this airborne?
Yeah, basically getting there. Flying airborne, but getting closer descending. To walk under.
Okay.
Just like what I'm doing. And I'm guessing the same thing Tony's doing.
I'm gonna make it relatively easy, but anyone who's airborne and all, give me a DC 12 survival check.
Sure.
What's the survival check?
To avoid lightning.
Well, there's an actual survival. Okay.
Yes, there is. Which... Can
Yeah.
I just say I auto pass?
Roll it.
Dude.
No.
Survival. Critical anyway. Critical success anyway.
That's awesome.
You're sick.
Okay, you guys are all fine. Like, one lightning hits the water itself, and like it strangely kind of like subsurface illuminates the river, and you just have this like momentary like illuminated view into the river below, and you see like Normally, you know, you mostly get the surface and the reflection of the sky above, but you have just this momentary flash of like witnessing everything that's under the water, and it's pretty muddy. But for the first like a couple of feet, I mean, it's mostly debris, right? Downed trees and branches. But you see all of the life that's in there too. There's like thousands of fish in there. There's like some like 27-foot long beastly creature in there that is like horrific, and you see it like its maw open up and just take in about 100 fish all at once. Um,
I'm not
and
going for a swim.
no, yeah.
No, I wouldn't suggest it.
And you guys keep going. You guys all make it to this little overhang in the corner here. And you're protected from the rain. It seems safe here. You can sort of wait it out for it to die down there. And like it's a little nerve-wracking and precarious in that like the landslide that just happened is like just a few feet more. It's all just like a muddied like right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But this is pretty rocky and sturdy where you are at this moment. You guys just hang out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Fast forward.
I guess.
Wait the storm out. Yeah. Fast forward a couple of hours, and yeah, like this, it's a pretty incredible storm. I mean, you feel like the fucking gods are angry or something. Like, I don't know, maybe these skeletal storm giants you killed, there's maybe some gods pissed off about it or something. But yeah, it just bears down on you. The wind picks up even more. The rain starts becoming like almost straight sideways. It begins to hail, and like you guys start to see, and it's getting fairly cold, you know, like quarter size hail just like exploding on the rocks all around you.
Yeah, it's not Buggenthorn.
Yeah, she's fine. Or he's fine. But, you know, a couple hours go by, the intensity picks up, and then it starts to taper off and die down. You see a little bit of, like, break in the clouds here and there. And, you know, 4 or 5 hours later, it's become dark. It's nighttime now, but the storm's broken, and it stops raining. Meanwhile, so the river... It seems like a functionally a new river has been carved now. It doesn't. This isn't just flooding that has like flash flood style, where the rain stops and it all goes wherever it's going to go, and like the levels start to descend. It is just it's constant. It feels more like a river upstream has been breached, and then now this is a new route for the river to have taken.
Great.
So it seems like if you're going to continue in this direction, it's a pretty rocky climb, and the road is no longer. You guys keep heading to Baldurs Gate, or you sleep it out? You going to camp?
Do we need to cross the river to get to Baldurs Gate? Or can we just stay on one side of it and keep going?
So yeah, good question. So from the ocean where you guys were marching inland, you were on the south side of the river, and Baldur's Gate is on the north shore of the river. But now this river, this newly carved, whatever the hell it is south of you. So theoretically, you suspect you are essentially between two rivers now, the original and the new branch of it.
We should probably go along the river as far as we can go until we have to cross the river and then figure something out.
Okay.
We might have to fly people over the river or bring a rope or something.
Yeah, that's doable. You
I'm
can
pretty sure we got rope.
you can one by one people as well.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
you guys keep going off-road style.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be
It's gonna take
slow.
longer, but
Yeah, it's a rough terrain.
Yeah. So it's gonna go slow going since you guys are. It's rough terrain. It's pretty shitty to even cross that landslide that just happened. So maybe Thorn is kind of one by one or whoever's.
Yeah, Barnes probably one by one and the rest of them.
So you've got
Where's who?
there's 6 of you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
Yeah.
Thorn can carry like Solera the human, and the other 2 are little tinies, little shorties. Although Greg is like weighs quite a lot.
Greg is beefy.
Yeah.
Pretty light.
So you guys make it across the landslide, and keep heading out in the morning, headed eastward. All right, let's go back
Is it still,
to
like,
the Sword
stormy and
Coast.
whatnot?
It's in and out of drizzle. It's not like full blown storm anymore. So it's still wet and damp and kind of gross and miserable, but no, it's not storming anymore.
I mean, I would like to go look for Melyanarh.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you want to go the other way? You want
go
to?
downstream for that, right?
Yes. Yeah, good. I like it. All right, we're going to, I guess, back at the Sword Coast
If
map.
that's the way you want to go, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
follow you.
Okay,
Yeah, might as well.
the whole party. Do you guys want to backtrack down the river?
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
How deep is it now?
The river, it is.
Is it washed out? The flash flood washed out and whatnot, or?
Well, it appears
okay.
not to be a flash flood exactly. Well, what began as a flash flood now feels like just a new branch of this river has been created. So it's pretty.
Oh.
It's a good like 8 to 12 feet deep, and as sort of wide as the road was at that point.
Oh, thank God I prepared something.
So you guys start heading westward. Down this river side, and you're describe like how you're searching. Are you like looking in the water? You're looking to see if you kind of like dried up on the shore.
Yeah, just kind of going down the river and like looking on the shorelines.
Okay,
See if I can find them.
just searching. And was it Melyanarh? Was that her name?
Yeah.
Melyanarh. She sort of proposed like, what? Put me on the other bank. Let's search both banks. So have maybe half of us on one side, half on the other. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. So you guys kind of split the party in 2. You're heading down the river. You go for your first hour. And give me everyone that's gonna be searching. It's gonna be pretty hard to find some evidence of what happened here. So give me a DC 30 survival check. Everybody who's
Holy
I
shit.
can't make that, so
You can't.
nope.
You're basically banking on me to crit again.
Yeah, you'd have to have 10 in survival to even have a chance.
I have a 12.
Well,
I got a 9.
Come on, 18.
21.
There's the 9.
Okay.
Arn can't do it.
So-
Greg.
So after about an hour of travel, and let me roll for her.
And I'm being honest. It was DC 30. Yeah, you ain't getting it. Out of Thorn or Greg.
Yeah. So you guys go for about an hour, and this road, like it kind of winds a bunch, and it starts to cut a bit more northward, and there's not a lot of shore for him to have washed up on at all. Most of like there's kind of banks on both sides. It's like flat road that kind of goes up and down a little bit, but on either side are like hills. You're kind of at like you're essentially like following not a ravine, but like a gully of two hills that are north and south. So this has been sort of cut through the hillside, and then, but eventually the hills start to diminish. It gets a little lower, and there's a couple of spots where the river is a little, there's a little bank or a little shore on the side where he could have washed up, and eventually it sort of cuts north a little back, and it again.
Do we see any evidence on the shore that he made it to the shore? Footprints or anything?
Nope, you guys don't find any. It eventually dumps back into the main Baldurs Gate River that you guys were following to begin with.
Damn.
And he's nowhere to be found. You don't see him. There's another road that follows this river on the north side. If you guys were to cross, you could. It's kind of a little, probably even a little easier travel to get back up to Baldur's Gate.
Is this called Chyanthar? Chyanthar, the river?
I don't know the name of it. That might be true.
Okay.
Let me see. Do I have a map of this?
I'm just looking at the map.
I think when he said Baldur's Gate River, that's the river he was talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Just doesn't know the name of it.
You're right. It is the river Chyanthar.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys do?
He's not on the shore. Is there anybody that could like go underwater and look for him?
Do you have any way to like polymorph into a fish or anything like that?
Is there like a volunteer?
I don't have that ability.
Slint says,
Turn someone into, like, a
fuck no.
dolphin or something, I don't know. They can echolocate sunken dwarves.
Do you have a polymorph spell?
Yeah, I polymorph, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, that's a possibility.
Send someone underneath the water to look.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
could polymorph yourself.
I'd rather not.
What could possibly go wrong?
Concentration issues.
Oh.
Bill, Greg says. They confer with each other for a minute, and
Oh no.
Greg,
What?
Greg,
Oh, is Greg is
Yes.
volunteering, huh?
Greg.
Alright.
I'm gonna tell him to wade out into the water a little bit so he's not like we don't have to roll into the water.
Greg, and he kind
Trying to fish out of water?
he points
Right.
sort of back from where you guys came from, to kind of imply that like it's probably easier if he's upstream of where he's gonna try to search instead of swimming upstream.
Right.
So you guys
That's-
go back an hour to where you began. And you cast polymorph on him?
Yeah, let's turn him into like some kind of dolphin or something.
Okay. You got it. All right, you guys head back up the river. You turn him in. He like kind of takes all of his stuff off, his clothes. He puts them on the ground, kind of right where you guys were. The harpies' bodies are still there, the wyvern. And he like gets ready to like jump and dive in. And he kind of points at you. And he actually like sort of walks down slightly into the river. His feet and like calves are in, and it's kind of hard for him. He like almost starts like slipping into it. He's sort of preparing positionally to become a dolphin. All right, and you light him up.
There it goes, yeah.
Okay, you see Greg's nose extend, and like he just kind of flops into the river, and you see his little dolphin fin, and he spends a couple of minutes just sort of swimming around a little bit, and like you see him breach. He jumps out of the water, sort of getting used to his new dolphin form, and most of the debris is cleared now. So the water's no longer like kind of ultra hazardic. And who's running Greg's character sheet tonight?
That'd be me.
'Kay.
I'm running 3.
All right, so since the water is clearer now, you can kind of the mud has cleared out. You can see pretty well under there. It is much easier now. Give me a DC 15 survival check from Greg.
Sure.
Do you want to use the dolphin stats, or do you have to use what stats do you want to use?
Oh no, he rolls a 9. Rolls a 3.
Shitty anyways, Tony.
I don't know.
Dolphin has a +1 to wisdom.
All right, so
Did you roll that as Greg? No, I'll let you
Yeah.
do Greg's stats. That's fine, but that is not it. He swims around. You see him just sort of like darting all over, checking the bottom to see if his body's pinned or something down underneath. With his plate mail, he's bound to be pretty heavy. And you sort of lose sight of him. He starts going downstream. He's searching all over. And he searches for a good 45 minutes. And
Actually, one problem with that.
huh?
Dolphin can only hold his breath for 20 minutes.
he keeps coming up for air.
He can come up for air.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has to.
yeah, for sure.
About 19 minutes, he breaches and goes back down.
Yeah, and he keeps. Yeah, that's fine. He keeps getting air as he goes.
I'm not joking. Look at the character sheet, Tony.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying he would breathe while he's doing it. Come on.
Yeah. And he comes back about 45 minutes later with no sight of Mel. He has not found him.
Well, we lost Melyanarh.
Again.
This time possibly permanent.
Possibly. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know, man. Keep moving on, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta
Well,
get the
we
Baldurs
can
Gate.
start a fire and make smoke. At least create a signal for them to find us. Of course, other things may find us too.
Yeah.
So Mel is lost. You're basically where you started. Which way do you guys want to head?
Might as well head toward Baldurs Gate.
Okay.
Do
Do you want to
I follow.
backtrack to get to the river where the river it intersects the river, or keep heading down this like through mountainous terrain,
What is the guide say?
following the new river? What is
Yeah.
the guide?
Yeah, shoes when it's all.
Follow the guide, I guess.
I mean, this is treacherous
familiar with this area.
walking. I'd backtrack, and why don't we go to the north side of the river? It'll be easier to get there.
All right.
All right, so you guys backtrack again about an hour. You get to the intersection where the River Corinthar meets this new little Deluge offshoot. You guys are able to transfer everyone to the north side through flying, and you guys start your walk towards Baldurs Gate. It's a quiet, somber walk from here. Are you guys what pace do you want to hit?
A casual stroll, a little bit of skipping.
Skipping, yeah.
So normal
Yeah.
pace.
All right,
Maybe a
What
little.
about maximum encounter pace?
maximum encounters.
That's the pace I want.
Okay.
You want to take it nice and slow, huh, Tony?
Wouldn't it be going faster to get more? I don't know.
Well, generally, if you go slower, you're able to stealth, so you can avoid encounters. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're going at a forced march, there's no stealth. So you guys cross to the north, and you start to reach, maybe in a couple hours walk, you start to reach, like, not the suburbs or outskirts, but like, yeah, the sort of like distant farmland beyond Baldur's Gate on
Alright.
the very far outskirts of town. So you're reaching civilization. There's you see a windmill that's sort of like been set up on the side of the river. Not a windmill, but like a mill, right? That's using the river water to turn the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a rainy, muddy, gross, light rain still. So you don't see a lot of people out and about. There's a couple of travelers, sort of heading, going here and there. You bump into a few people on the road, but you eventually make your way, and eventually you sort of like it's a little hilly here, and you finally breach a hill, and you see kind of like in the distance, Baldur's Gate.
Are we are we there yet?
You're almost there. It's probably another hour or so of walking. And as you guys approach it, like, something seems a little off. There is... Oh, by the way. Picture of Baldur's Gate.
Huh. What the
Cool.
fuck is that out of?
Don't worry about it.
Something with Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys start, like, you kind of the hill crests, and you can kind of see Baldur's Gate a little like kind of below you guys, and you're noticing like the entrance that you're headed towards has a fucking ton of people outside the gate, but on the far side of the city, there's two main gates. There's the far side of the city. There's like thousands of people, like outside of the gate, which seems unusual. And the closer you get, when you're 20 minutes out from the western gate, you find like people on the side of the road, kind of like with their belongings on them, crying. A small family, a mother and a father, and their like 6-year-old kid.
What the?
You see a farmer running off a few people from his farm. There apparently there were some people like trying to steal
Trying to get
food from his farm. And as you approach, yeah, there's and you kind of get within earshot. There's yelling, there's crying, there's mischief going on here. Something's weird, and you can kind of see ahead. The gate is closed, and there's guards just on the inside of the main like portcullis, and people are yelling at them. They're like, it's quite a scene. What do you guys do?
I want to go closer and see what the fuck's
Are they
going
like
on.
refugees or something?
They probably got washed out from that big deluge.
Possibly. Do you guys ask somebody?
Let's go up to somebody like far on the edge and just kind of find out what's going on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the edge of the crowd.
So you see him, like a young man, maybe 17 years old or something, looking just defeated, and like essentially like just as he like walks away from the crowd and starts heading away, and you guys pass him, What do you say to him?
Oh man, ask him what's going on. I guess.
What's going on? Have you not heard? They fucking closed the gate. They're not letting anyone in.
We can see that. Where'd you
You know
all come
why?
from?
There are thousands of people. If they don't let us in, there are thousands of people that are gonna fucking starve to death after. It's like I can't even believe it happened. Like what?
Right, but why are you here and not like home somewhere?
Well-
is what I'm asking.
Well, our home is. Oh, you don't know.
That's why I'm asking.
Our home is
Get to the
gone.
point.
Eltruel is gone.
Eltruel, you guys are like refugees from Eltruel.
Yeah,
What is that?
What do you mean
Eltruel.
gone?
Like the whole fucking city used to be there, and now it is not. There's a goddamn 4-mile crater where a city used to be.
Was this? Were you attacked or? Do you know what happened?
There was no attack. It just disappeared. There were people running one moment, and the next it's just gone. There's a perfectly circular bowl-shaped hole where Eltruel used to be.
So these are all the people that were not in Eltruel at the time?
Yeah, these are people who had just randomly left, or the farmers on the outskirts of it.
I see. Okay.
Well, what can Baldur's Gate do if Elturel's gone? What's Baldur's Gate's role?
Well, people need food. They need water.
I don't think you understand the concept of refugee.
They're looking for food and water. Okay.
We need somewhere to sleep.
Right.
Hmm.
Why aren't they letting you in? That's kind of weird.
I don't know, some kind of martial law. It's fucking inhumane, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know why you're sitting around here if you can't get let in.
Well, I'm fucking leaving. I'm going north.
Did they say they'd open the gates later, like next tomorrow or something?
They're not saying shit. They won't give us a reason.
Well, I guess. Well, we have appointments here. We're going to wait around. I mean, good luck to you, I guess.
Good luck to you.
I hope you find somewhere to stay.
It's not safe to the north. I don't have a good way to cross the river. South is...
We came from Candlekeep, but that place isn't, that place might be somewhere you guys could go.
Oh, yeah? All right. Do you know if there's a crossing
We
anywhere?
might be looking for people, actually.
Normally, people are fair to cross from Baldur's Gate, but we can't... Oh, Jesus. This is fucking
Yeah, you
dire.
have to find some way across.
Well, wish me luck.
We forded, so that might be what you have to do.
All right. I'm out of here. Good luck to you.
Hmm.
So now we're gonna have to go talk to the guards.
Mm-hmm.
We can try.
Try to get up to the gate.
But if they open the
I
gate
can
for
fly
us,
in,
we can't
obviously.
rush in. They're probably not going to open the gate for us. I think we have to find another way in.
Are there other
Wait a minute,
entrances? Are
you
they
guys
also?
fly. What are you guys even worried about a gate? Just fly over the damn thing.
Well, they could shoot us down.
Well, don't fly over the main gate. Fly over the back gate.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of from your vantage point there above on the hill there's three gates. So the southern shore, if north is what I'm thinking is. So yeah. So Baldur's Gate is on the north shore of this river. So there's the entire harbor is open, right? Like ships kind of come and go from there. So there's
The harbor's still open.
the harbor's still open. Yeah, there's ships coming and going. The outer wall, the curtain wall of Candlekeep, of Baldur's Gate, has three main entrances. You are at the northwest one. There's a northeast one, and then there's a smaller. The smallest is just a little gate on the east. But from what you can see, there's people backed up at all of them. The northeast one is the most congested.
Is there a walkway into the port area?
Not really. No, like the curtain wall extends all the way to like the shore where that's up pretty high, and it's like cliffs. I mean, you would have to like kind of scale the cliffside, and they've got some people on the watchtowers, looking for any people trying to breach that way.
This would be a great time for invisibility, but I don't have that.
I don't think I do either.
We could wait till night and try to fly in, I guess.
Wait a minute, maybe I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have cloak of invisibility.
There you go.
Can you use that on someone else, or is that just you?
Well, if somebody borrows it who's flying,
Oh, it's a thing. Okay.
Yeah. Cloak of invisibility.
It's an actual cloak.
It's an actual cloak.
Yeah.
So you put it on, you're invisible, then you can get in, find out what's going on, and get back out.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
If you lose my cloak, I will track you down.
It requires attunement, so take an hour to to do the handoff.
Unless you have a better plan.
I don't have any plans. The only thing I can think of is wait till nightfall and fly in that way, or use the cloak to fly in. But that would only be one person.
Well, if you wait till nightfall, you could probably do it. Just have to fly quietly.
Right. There's also the risk of getting information too by yourself is kind of rough. So I'd say we wait till nightfall, where most of us, or a few of us, can get in and try to gather information that way. Because there's three of us that can get in, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get me in there, fly me in, I can put the cloak on and sneak around and see what's going on.
Well, I was thinking we could just, the main way would be just to go to like an inn or something and just ask around.
We could do that.
But strangers at an inn. Then again, it's a big city, huh?
Yeah, my character Trudy is designed for this kind of cloak and dagger stealth in a city. She's not a barbarian.
Right. Yeah, the best. I would just fly it. I'd be a complete stranger in a city, going around. Oh, what's going on?
Right. Or
People are going to be immediately suspicious. Yeah. The best I could do is like land on a roof and watch or look around and maybe figure out just by passive. But yeah.
I give you Baldurs Gate.
Hey. Yeah, I was gonna say there's also probably stuff on the outside of the walls too, right?
Yeah, there is. So you guys are like sort of approaching the Black Gate, the Black Dragon Gate.
All these outskirts are like crammed with people, right?
Yeah. There it's already.
Is there like a establishment in Blackgate we could perhaps visit?
Yeah, a lot of it is. Most of it is sort of like residential, kind of like not squatter style, but like it's the poorer, like kind of labor class. And then it kind of just extends out until it's like farmers, right, where they're farming the hillsides or the plains outside of Baldur's Gate. But yeah, there's a couple of like commercial establishments in the Blackgate region.
Which as far as Blackgate?
Something or
Say it again, or what?
Which spot is the Blackgate located?
It's the northwest corner of the map.
Okay, because...
Do you guys see all the
Okay.
labels?
Now I see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see the gates for Magic the Gathering as well. I'm dead serious, Tony.
Magic the Gathering
Six-
has these?
Yeah, there's 6 gates. There are 6 gates in the Baldurs Gate Commander in Baldurs Gate set.
Right, yeah.
Namely, 1 being Baldurs Gate, 2 being Manorborn, 3 being Sea Tower.
That's
What
right.
is Citadel?
They had some for every color pair, so there's like 10 of them.
Nope, only 5. No, 6.
That's
There's
right.
Baldur's Gate, Tumbledown, Manorborn, Sea Tower, Citadel, and the other one here. That's just too high. Too high.
Well, there's a
Sure.
chance we can find a local.
Yeah, there-
around Blackgate, right?
it- So yeah, on the sort of main strip of Blackgate, the straightaway that leads straight to the gate, on that longer stretch, about halfway in, there's a small inn.
Now, how are we gonna get
It's
inside?
probably packed though. We could still find someone to talk to there though.
Do you guys head over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
follow.
And
Are there guards about or anything, or
Yeah.
nothing like that?
so the city guards, no, you don't see any city guards outside of the gate at all, like zero.
Oh.
But as you sort of approach this tavern, this inn, whatever, there are a couple of very burly, like clearly hired security guys
Bouncers.
standing at each end, and they're kind of controlling it. There's sort of a crowd has formed around the door here. You hear yelling inside, and like you see the door kind of like slam open, and a guy get like thrown out, and like the crowd kind of catches him, and stands him back up, and they're yelling at him, and they kind of push him to the back, and you hear someone from the inside. It's like it's rowdy in there. It's going a little crazy,
Right.
and you see the guards like nervously, like apparently there's higher security inside as well, helping deal with problems. And one of the guards on the outside is like, "No one else in! Fucking disperse! Get out of here!" And the crowd's yelling at him, "We need food! We're starving! We haven't eaten in days! We have fucking coin! We can pay you!"
Oh no.
So yeah, it's a bit of a chaotic mess.
So they're not going to let us in. How much do you think it would cost to get in there?
I don't think they're gonna take money right now.
Well, they're not going to take these people's money, but we have a lot more money than they do. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
These are refugees. They had whatever money they had on them when they weren't at home. So they're going to have garbage-like money as far as...
Yep.
And you guys are gonna have like thousands of gold.
I was like,
If not more.
they might have a couple of pieces.
They might have some silver on them.
So I'm going to go up to the guard, and I'm going to ask, how much is it to get in?
And he looks at you kind of like with for some pretty serious side eye. It's like, "We're not taking anyone else, mate. It's a fucking madhouse in there. We're at capacity. Every room is sold out. Sorry, we can't serve you right now."
So do on a room.
We're not looking to stay. We're not looking for food. We're looking for information.
Well, yeah. What do you got and what do you want to know?
Someone who knows things inside.
Well, I can help you with information. What do you want to know, mate?
Do you know why the gates are closed? Because we just got here. Is this something we need to talk about inside?
Ooh, damn, Tony.
We can do it right fucking here. Give me a coin. 1 gold, please.
Slip him a gold coin.
And you hear like the crowd that's around is like, "Fuck! What the hell? What the fuck?"
Actually, I don't want to give him the coin. I'm gonna tell Trudy to give him the coin.
What?
I can't decide to hear this shit. You want all these people to know we have thousands of gold.
Fine.
That
I go
sounds
up to
like
the
a
guy.
bad idea.
I go up to the guy, I hold up the gold coin, and I'm like, if your information is good, you get this. If your information sucks, you get nothing.
Well,
the point is to keep the crowd from seeing that we have gold.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I didn't show him the gold to the crowd. I showed it to the guard carefully.
Well, Rogue can do it. So.
sorry, mate. Gold first.
Well, I'm also part rogue too.
Whoever can set the guy gold without us getting fucking...
Everyone back! Everyone fucking back!
All right, fine. I give the guard 1 gold piece, and I say, speak.
And he takes it and he inspects it. He twirls a little bit. It slides it into a pouch. All right, what do you want to know? Something about the gate?
Yeah.
Well, like,
Um,
we got a fucking refugee crisis on our hands. Eltruel's disappeared from the Earth, from Earth, apparently. And
That's what we heard.
they're not letting anyone in. I guess word is that fear has been stoked that Baldurs Gate might be next. So they're not letting anyone in. There's some you got another gold?
Keep going with it.
I just ran out. You haven't finished talking yet.
No, that was I answered your question. I'm starting to get a little bit of brain fog. Might have had a few too many this morning, but you know, there's a way to clear up brain fog. If I just rub a gold coin on my head, then I think it'll go away.
Oh, no.
Come on.
It's one of
I think
these.
we're done here. We're done. Let's go.
All right, if you don't want to know about the Hell Riders, that's fine.
Slip you a gold.
All right. Thanks, mate. Here we go. So there's some knights of Eltruel that call themselves the Hell Riders. A few of them escaped the destruction, and they think that they're somehow to blame for Eltruel's downfall. A fucking bunch of self-righteous rabble-rousers. They're being arrested on sight. But it's left the guards a little short-handed with all the fucking refugees to deal with. They're actually recruiting in there right now. They need to bolster the guard because it's gone fucking mad. There's a guy named Zodge he's in there. You might want to see him if...
Why don't they set up a refugee camp outside the gate for people to at least have a place to stay and get food? Because it's going to happen.
Do you know how refugee camps work?
No, I ain't giving you any gold. You need to set up a refugee camp. Otherwise, you're going to have a riot of people out here.
I'll get right on it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. That's totally what he's got to do.
Yeah, that's your boss.
Oh, my.
Does Jordan know what he's about to do? Jordan, do you know what you plan on doing?
Trudy doesn't care. Trudy's
Okay.
pissed.
Okay.
He's about to have a mass genocide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look. I'm going to talk to the guy. Okay. Do you live in the city? In
Yeah.
that place?
I mean, live in the lower city.
Okay, this is me talking. Where the fuck is the lower city?
So...
Okay, is it in the
Right here.
gates? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Right over here, Johnny.
Oh, so, how are you getting home tonight, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm not. I'm staying here while I'm being paid.
Mm.
Oh, do you have a nice wife and someone to staying with?
No, mate. It's just me.
Just you. Okay.
I had a lady, but she fucking... I don't want to get into it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's say you wanted to go home. How would you be going home?
I honestly don't know if I can get back in either right now.
Oh, okay. He doesn't know a way in. That's fantastic.
Yeah, because we were supposed to go to a temple.
Celera says, you guys, I think we might have another problem.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Wasn't Mel the one with the teleport spell?
Yeah. Fuck.
That's an issue.
That is a fucking
First
issue.
time issue.
Do we have
Wait.
some kind of remedy
We were
to
going
that?
to Baldur's Gate so Mel can teleport us somewhere?
Yep.
Yes.
Why couldn't he teleport us from where we were?
Because so he's never been there before, and he doesn't know the city. He doesn't know where it is. He can't visualize it.
You can teleport us to the Beltrum and we can walk
There are odds of death and dismemberment if you don't
Well, I-
have intimate knowledge. So
He's going to teleport us to Gauntlgrim, right?
yeah. So the thought is that
She was there.
in Baldur's Gate there's a temple that will have dwarves in it that are from Gauntlgrim. So
Oh.
including
So
them in the
dwarves that
ritual
were
can
in
get
the
you there.
city are teleporting us there.
Correct.
But Mel needed to talk to them for some reason.
He needed to involve them in the ritual. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're fucked.
I'll be right back. Discuss among yourselves and get another beer.
Hey.
It's
So.
possible he's there. We never found him.
I doubt it.
I kind of doubt it too. So our options are find a way in, get to the temple, maybe he's there, or we just hoof it to where we're supposed to go.
And that's gonna take longer.
I would say
Yeah,
ask the
no.
guide, but you know, the guide may. I don't even know if the guide knows the way to the rest of the west of the way. You know.
Yeah. Oh god. That's going to suck.
Oh shit.
And we're not getting in through normal means. We're gonna have to we'd have to find like a smuggler or a thief or something that has a different way in than the main gates.
I have a disguise kit, but I don't think it'll work because they're not letting anybody in.
No.
It would have
It's
to
not
be
gonna
through
work.
the quote unquote improper channels.
Yeah. I mean, I could put on the cloak of invisibility and sneak past them.
I also have a greater invisibility. Well, that ain't gonna work.
And then if somebody else does a polymorph into a small critter, they can like. We,
Like on high alert, looking.
My audio's cutting in and out. What's going on? Can you guys hear each other okay? I don't hear you anymore. What is that about?
You can't.
You're kind of cutting in and out. That's a little weird. Why is that? I think my audio device is getting a little trouble. I'm seeing like you guys levels coming in over Zoom. Let me switch to my headsets real quick. I haven't used these in a million years. Let's see if the battery.
That's fast.
Stand by. Technical difficulties.
Reset.
Yeah, this one else
yeah,
not
but
because of us.
if the city just disappeared, how did these refugees get to Baldur's Gate so fast? I mean, that
They walked. They
sounds
have
like they
nothing.
went pretty quick.
So yeah, if it was
Well,
like
it would have
a few days
taken them
ago.
a few days. That's why they haven't eaten.
So we know it's
You know,
not our fault.
There's no more stores to go to. They have to literally walk to somewhere else where there's food
So,
to even
Yeah.
buy, right? You know? Mm-hmm.
Cheers, you guys.
So that they walked to the closest place they could get food, and they're here now. And that's however long it took them to walk from that place to here. That's about as long as they've been here.
Hmm.
But my guess is the city disappeared very recently.
Yeah. That is right.
And it's
But
probably
we were
nothing that we did.
we were saying we could get in, but we'd have to get in through sneaky means, or we just keep going, hoof it to where we need to go. Or we could side quest and look into the city disappearing shit. Because it might have something to do with the demon invasion. Who knows?
I don't know.
Sounds like something demons would do.
But great, I'll sink on the ground to take a hold, sing out.
We have no idea what happened to the city, so it's like one of those things. The only way we find out more is they said there was a crater, right? The guy said it was
Yeah.
just a crater.
Yep.
So it could have been a sinkhole, but
How far away is
seems
Eltruel
unlikely.
from Baldur's Gate? How many days walk?
Yeah, let's I'm gonna take you guys back to the over map.
So let's see, we were here at Baldurs Gate.
So Eltruel is straight east.
it's along the river too, so
So
It'll be a good few days.
yeah.
Close to a week, probably.
so it is about 200 miles.
Yeah, no, not gonna get in a day.
So forced march, 6 days there, regular about 11-day journey, like a slow pace, 11 days.
They wouldn't have made that if they had no food.
Yeah, they wanted.
They must have found something along the
And
way.
Fort-
or whatnot.
Fort Morning Lord is another small like outpost between the two, but
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people there too.
yeah, I mean, just the population's way bigger than of Eltruel is way bigger than Fort Morning Lord, so that it
Yeah.
wasn't sustainable. There's a couple of small settlements too off the Wood of Sharp Teeth. Jordan, do you remember what the town is called off the Wood of Sharp Teeth?
I don't remember.
I forget the Monday night second edition group that Jordan Iron started there off in the Wood
I mean,
of Sharp
I
Teeth.
put it up in my notes if you give me a minute.
It's not that important. I just it's gonna be a funny little detail.
I'm pretty sure there will be people over at Scornabel Trail.
Yeah, people are displacing everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Baldur's Gate is sort of like the biggest. It's it's a capital city, right? So if
Yeah,
there's a
most
place
people
that
are
can
focused
take
there.
a population displacement, that's kind of the main spot in this region.
And it's bad as it is because, like I said, they probably just got here within a few
Oh
days.
God,
Yeah.
we would have to go.
They would have been quarantined in for a couple of days now. And I'm sure there's still people getting here too.
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah,
expect those
that's
gates
what
to open up anytime soon.
I know we're heading up the Sword Coast with something.
Well, we have to ask what does the guide think? Do we need to go in, or does she know a way to just keep going?
Well,
Looking at
Melyanarh
I mean-
Melyanarh is going to head to Baldur's Gate.
Look, y'all,
There's a chance he's in there. Yeah.
I've seen you guys flash some money on this trip, so finances appear not to be a problem. Chartering a boat's probably the easiest way to get up there. I mean, teleport's the fastest, but chartering a boat
We need another boat.
may be the way to go.
We're not gonna get one here.
Don't we have a boat somewhere?
Let's walk
What
upstream
did
and
that
see if we
break?
can find somebody
You
floating
guys-
downstream towards the city.
You guys had commandeered a small fishing vessel, which is, that works for like a shorter trips, but like if you're traveling, so to get up to Gauntlgrim, if we go back to the Sword Coast, so
We gotta go up the Sword Coast.
it's near Neverwinter, so it's up the entire Sword Coast. So let's say
Oh, it's gonna be some news.
it's about
Ugh.
900 miles.
All right.
That's too long.
We need a boat.
Yeah, that's definitely a boat with a big sail.
So so like on foot, it's about 37 days
Yeah.
to get there, and that's if we're at a straight shot, which it's not.
What is it? What is it by drink?
Say that again. Shit, my audio's cut out again. Fuck. Let me see if I can go headsets. Oh, I missed it. All right, what do you guys want to do? Yep. Yeah, and you haven't had eyes on it yet, but you suspect there's heightened like security at the ports as well, because yeah, the first refugees likely arrived by boat. Let's go to the map. So north of Baldur's Gate, it becomes pretty untamed until you get to Waterdeep. So the Trades Way is sort of a main thoroughfare between Waterdeep and the south down here. So most of the time, the path to Waterdeep from Baldur's Gate includes heading west to Scornubel, but past Eltruel, and then taking the Trades Way northward. But even the Trades Way, like off the Troll Claws and Forest of the Worms, like there's people generally need like armed protection to get through, a nice stretch of the Tradeway. It's dangerous. So are you. Yes, indeed. By the way, there you guys do have noticed too. There is aerial defense here. There are griffin riders that are patrolling the city from the air. The security guy outside the. Okay. Yep. It's like, move on, everybody, move on. You come up to him. Oi, you still here? What you need, mate? Give me gold. You know the drill. Thank you, mate. Best way to get to Waterdeep? Probably charter a boat. I mean, you could go, if you're going on land, you're heading east to Scornable, taking the trades way north, but it's dangerous, mate. You don't want to do that. You'll need to hire some protection. I may be available for hire once this gig's done. Fucking who knows? It's a hot mess right now. Cities don't normally just disappear off the fucking earth. There's just some demonic incursion shit. I'm telling you. Fucking A. Nobody's getting in and out of the city. It's fucking shut down, mate. Oh, you mean by boat? Yeah, okay, so the docks are on high security right now. Fuck, I forgot to ask you for another gold. Shit. Yeah, the docks are on high security too, but, you know, money... The lords of the city aren't going to stand for money not flowing, so... Trade resumes. I mean, the closest port to here is a pretty long ways west or east. You're talking Fort Morning Lord to the east. Does who have a dog? Baldurs Gate? Yeah, they got a small one, small port. All right, I got to deal with these fucks, you guys. Get out of my face, unless you got more gold to give me. Fucking spread out! He starts yelling at the whole crowd. Starts pushing some people back who are rushing in. Some lady is like crying. She's holding on to her kid. She's crying to this guy. She's like, "We're at fucking capacity, ma'am. You're just gonna have to go somewhere else. I'm sorry." What do you guys do? Okay. Here in Baldur's Gate, out in the. Okay. Nice. All right, so you guys leave the Black Gate. You head east around the curtain wall. Eventually, it takes you a good hour to sort of get across to the other side of town, to the Basilisk Gate side. You sort of re-enter the main road, North Chapel, and it is even more of a scene over here. There's 3 times the people here. There's just a massive crowd. You see tents being set up, kind of like all. You see people like taking advantage of the situation too. There's a couple of like fucking shady vendors, selling like the fundamentals of life for 10 times the costs that it would normally be. Excuse me. And as you guys start to head east out of the city, it is just like it is just increasing. There are tons of people still evacuating like the Eltruel area, trying to take refuge here. That sounds likely, yeah. They're probably well beyond capacity as well. Mm-hmm. Keep going east. Okay. All right, so you guys start hoofing it. It's it's quite a display. It's saddening to see this many people, removed from their home. They just look shell shocked. There's just kind of a blank stare. It's just a constant like parade of people, hopeful that that and none of them know what they're about to hit. But they're thinking they're going to end up and be able to displace here and maybe pick up a new life. But yeah, they're just whatever they can carry. There are very few anything mounted taking this path right now. You see one sort of like just torn apart, looted, like covered wagon off the side of the road that apparently, some tradesmen met, the ills of starvation and got torn to pieces. And yeah, you guys basically go for the day. What kind of pace do you want to make? Okay. So you can go 24 miles a day at a normal pace. All right, back to the big map. Excuse me. So 24 miles. Your choice. So at a... So it's about an 8-day journey. And I'm gonna say we're gonna skip random encounters for this stretch, just in that like you're on a heavily traveled road. You're gonna see some shit on the way there. You run into one thing about halfway there where you see some travelers like getting shaken down and fleeced and like their shit stolen off of like just unscrupulous bandits. If you guys want to do anything about that or just keep on going. Yeah. And actually, you guys crossed to the south side before you left Baldurs Gate. You crossed the bridge. Because Fort Morning Lord is on the south side of the Baldurs Gate River. Do you guys do anything about the bandits or just keep on going? All right. So there's two men. They're one of them's kind of older, maybe in his like 50s, 60s. And then a kind of 30 something like fucking tough guy. And you see that just a man and a wife, and like the woman's been pushed to the ground, and the man, he's kind of like he's got his hands up, but he's being held at like one of them has like there was a little scuffle, there were some punches thrown as you guys kind of come into eye shot, and then the two of them like start kicking the guy as he's down, and they get him up off the ground. The wife is screaming, and there's other refugees that have like it's a little thinner here. There's still a constant stream, but it's not like just a row of people anymore. There's sort of gaps between them. So refugees, sort of upstream from here, have basically stopped and are not helping, and are just kind of like staying out of like range of this confrontation. So they get the guy, the two get the guy up off the ground, and as you guys sort of like are now approaching, one of them's got the knife to the guy's throat, and the other guy is like going through his pockets, is basically like opened one of their bags and dump it on the ground. Okay, so as you guys approach, and like they notice everyone else has kind of stopped and is staying away, you guys are just like, are you guys rushing toward it in, or just slowly walking? Okay, you've got your bow, you pull it out, and they notice you. Actually, let me give them a perception check. Yeah, the guy with the knife to the throat sees you guys coming and kind of like turns so that he's got a human shield. And he like says something to the guy on the ground who like turns around and looks at you. You guys can take your opening volley. Who's shooting the guy on the ground? The older fella. All right, Trudy, why don't you open up? No, he's kind of kneeling, like going through their shit. All right. This ends up kind of turning out as like a warning shot. The guy like turns around, he gets up off the ground, he grabs the woman and holds the knife to her throat. So now they both have a knife. They both have a meat shield and a knife to someone's throat. Say, "Hey, you! Fuck off! This is none of your business." Mark, did you want to do sort of an interaction too in this opening volley? The guy that was holding the knife to the throat, he's got almost full cover. He functionally has full cover because another body is in the way. I'll say if you want to go for it anyway, it's going to take like a crit to just shoot his face. Otherwise, you have to kind of shoot through the other guy to get to him. Does that change things? Okay. Oh man, what does Thorn? What does Thorn say? Mark, what does Thorn say as you guys are approaching? Fuck off! This is none of your business. Go around. You have steady aim? What does steady aim do? Advantage. Okay. Do you, so they're, I'm going to say they're about 100 feet away right now. Mark, do you still want to go for the face shot? Or do you want to hit the other guy that's before he like gets up and grabs the woman? All right, go for it. Oh, that is a fucking one. Okay. Nice. That definitely hits him. And definitely kills him. So he's on the ground, like Trudy's first shot, like kind of goes, like funk, it like sticks in the ground next to him. He's like, "Oh fuck!" And he like lunges for the woman, and he grabs her and he starts to pick her up. And you've got this moment, like right before he turns her into you to get full cover, and like it just goes like through his rib cage, like puncturing both lungs and like out the side. And he's just kind of wheezing and he falls to the ground. The other guy, fuck, what have you done? You son of a bitch. You're gonna fucking pay for that. And he shoves the knife into the guy's throat. He pulls it out and he shoves the body to the ground and he like lunges and the woman just like, she fucking screams. no, and he grabs her and he picks her up. He's like, get the fuck back or she's next. Neither is she. Fucking go around. What do you guys do? Nice. Do you cast whole person? Okay. Wisdom saving throw. No, it is not enough. All right, so he's got her. The knife is to his throat, and he was like mid, "Get back, you son!" And the woman is like, just so distraught. She's just crying. She's holding her hand out like towards her husband. And like she like almost faints, and she sort of drops to her knees, and like it kind of knocks the knife out of his hand, and it like zhink, it kind of nicks her a little bit, and she looks distraught, and you see her looking at the blade, and her hand starts like moving over towards it. My love, what? He's dead. Yeah, he's unconscious and bleeding out like very quickly. You have cure wounds. Okay. Four. So, Karis, you walk over to his body, and she's grabbing the knife, and you see her like bringing it up to her wrists, and you bend over to touch him, and she kind of reaches out to you. Get back! Don't you fucking touch his body! Mm-hmm. I can't live without him. He's fucking dead. And you reach down and you touch him. You put your hand over his neck where the wound is, and blood is still kind of like just squirting, like gushing through your fingers. And like you feel like the pulse in his neck, and you feel the warmth like running down your fingers. And as you sort of close your eyes and channel this healing energy into him, there's a little like burble of like blood that having like flowed into his lungs a little bit. So his last gasps for air were kind of like bubbly liquid chokings. And as you channel this into him, and you feel like the nasty wound, like it had like poked through his windpipe, just missing the spine, and like it had torn out the side of his neck. And as you feel it all sort of closing back up, and you kind of picture all the little blood vessels that have been severed like coming to meet each other again, and his like jaw had already started to go cold a little bit, and blood starts pumping back into his head correctly again, into his brain. And you see his like eyes flutter for a moment, and and he starts like coughing up the blood that's in his lungs. And she throws the knife away. She lurches onto his body and just sobs and like hugs him and holds him and starts like kissing his face, and she's kind of like interrupting his ability to like choke it all out. But you have saved him, and you see the whole person has paralyzed this guy except for his eye muscles. He's kind of like, his eyes are darting around and looking at you and the heal that you just did and his friend, and you can like just fucking see the panic in his eyes. What do you guys do? Okay, so you go grab it. Trudy picks it up off the ground. All right, what do you do? Right in there. Okay. So yeah. So Trudy watching this all play out, like, just kind of like, not confidently is not the word, but like with a little extra swagger, just kind of goes up, picks the knife up, and you see him. He's just sort of standing in front of it, and for a moment you just kind of like, oh, like, you're sort of admiring the blade and the weight of it, and like you kind of throw it up in the air and like it flips, and you catch it by the blade again. You do it a couple times, and you see his eyes just like tracking it, and then you kind of flip it around to the hilt. You do a little spin so it's overhand, and then you just stick it right into his heart. You pull it out, and like just like a gush of blood just kind of squirts out and hits you in the face, Trudy. And he goes from like paralyzed to like sack of limpness. He just collapses to the ground. So they have all the stuff they just stole from this poor couple. Okay, they've also got, you find a small pouch on each of them, and apparently they had to split the loot that they had 50-50. You find okay, you find on them. Okay, there's food that they had. They had a kind of a large sack with like camping supplies, food rations in it, 17 gold on each of them, and she's just and he kind of like, he's finally like sitting up, and he's holding himself, and he's like, and he's just kind of in shock, like he's looking at the blood running down his hands, and it's all over her now, and he kind of isn't registering like whose blood this even is. And he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Did they do anything to you? And he looks around at you guys, and it's like, fuck, you I died. I saw light. I saw death, and I saw gods, and I saw Eltruel. I saw Eltruel. It's not here. It's in the Nine Hells. Yeah. And you start offering them, the loot from the two fuckers that you just found, and a minor crowd has begun to gather now after you dispatch these fuckers. The refugees have started to flow again, and a couple of them, they stand back. They're 10 feet, but they're like, "Holy fuck! Did you see that? Holy shit! That was fucking amazing! You guys saved them. You're fucking heroes. Do you even know what you just accomplished? That is amazing." Yeah, you did. Fucking one comes over and like high fives Trudy. You guys are just on a walkabout. You guys aren't. Yeah, you're headed the other way. Where are you going? Fort Morning Lord. Oh. What do you... it's not gone, but it's a mess. They're overrun. Like, all the refugees from Eltruel are trying to take refuge there, and it's not a pretty sight. There's a fishing village about another day's journey east of here that we passed, and the families there have been so gracious. They've put in a lot of extra time, and they have forsaken their entire income to feed the refugees fish as if we passed there. They've been so kind, but small boats have been landing there. They've got a tiny little port. Maybe you might have luck there. And before you guys leave, the man who you saved, he comes back over to you and says, "Tell me your names. You saved my life. You saved my wife. We owe you everything. Can I? Your name's Melyanarh?" "I'm Sanston. This is my wife here, Deluge. Who are our saviors?" "The Squad Power Rangers." Amazing. Is there word from Baldurs Gate? Is that from whence you came? We're headed there now to take refuge. What? What? How can they not? There's thousands of people displaced. Oh, God. Oh, God. Should we keep going on southward, head to Candlekeep, perhaps? Do they? Was there a problem there? Okay. All right, we're headed to Candlekeep. It is. Thank you so much. We if ever we can repay you, I'll do anything. And you. Goodbye. Thank you so much. And they sort of pack up their things, and they kind of keep on headed towards Baldurs Gate. All right, you guys keep heading upriver. All right. Yep, you guys camp. You go another day, and it actually turns into like 2 days before you get to this little crook in the river. And there's just a small fishing village. It's maybe like 10 houses. There's a little bit of farming, and there's a little tiny port, and there's like 3 boats there, 3 small fishing boats that sort of troll the river for fish. And you've seen a couple of boats going upstream towards perhaps Eltruel. You've seen a boat or two kind of passing on larger boats than these. But yeah, you guys arrive in the fishing village, and again, there's refugees, there's people who have like kind of set up camp here that looks like they might be wanting to try to rebuild a life and grow this tiny fishing village. And you can see the people there have set up like a sort of refugee stand where they're like, bringing food out, and they're sort of just a long line of about 100 people. You guess the population of this place is maybe 20, and 100 people there, kind of lining up, and they're feeding them. They're bringing out. They're like sort of butchering fish right there and handing them out to people. What do you guys do? Yeah, there's a little dock there in town, and so most of the fishing happens like early, like before the daylight hits. No, they've kind of like so by the time you get here, it's like it's like kind of mid afternoon, and the boats have already come in, and they're sort of they're on like distribution phase of the day now. So yeah, there's 3 small fishing boats. Yep. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, you go to the dock, and there's this older fucking curmudgeonly sailor with, he's got sort of one eye. One of his eyes is clearly like it's like a white marble with like no pupil. It's just kind of spooky white, and he's got a like big scar down the side of his face. He's missing a finger, and you see him just kind of like clearing barnacles off of one of the ships. He's down there with a knife, and he sees you kind of walking up the dock. Oi! That's all he says. What you see is what we got. It's been known to happen. I mean, not beyond. We, sometimes we'll do deliveries to Baldurs Gate. Yeah, sure. Rarely. Occasionally it happens. Sometimes, they fuck up and they gotta take dock halfway between. Most people stop at the major ports there. You don't need no papers to get into Baldurs Gate. You just pull your fucking... Really? Well, you just come from there? What's word at Baldurs Gate? Those fucks. Those fucking fucks. Can you believe that? The inhumanity of it all. A fucking city goes missing. And, like, you see him kind of, like, tear up, like... That is fucking tens of thousands of people wiped off the face of Earth. What the fuck? Actually, Earth is the Greyhawk planet, isn't it? I'm getting my realms mixed up. Is Abir Teril is the Forgotten Realms planet. Earth is the Greyhawk one. Yeah, fucking wiped off of Abir. That's fucking terrible, mate. You trying to get into Baldurs Gate through the docks? Where you headed? Holy shit. You're going, aren't you? Oh yeah, Waterdeep. That's north of a month's journey by foot. Yeah, you got to get you to Baldurs Gate. Well, I'll tell you what. Normally, we about once a week, one of the boats will go deliver, like a catch to Baldur's Gate, supplement the fish in the city. But right now, no one's going anywhere. We're just trying to fucking keep these people alive. That's well. I'll yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Fuck. I mean, the main traffic on this river is between Baldur's Gate and Eltruel, but that's fucking done. Sometimes on to Baldurs, though, there's still a few ships back and forth in between the two for trade reasons. I'll tell you what. I mean, it's gonna fucking interrupt our flow a bit, but we could sail to intercept. Get you on a boat here. And we could go hail one of the others if you want to try to hop aboard, pay him a little bit of, silver or gold. Maybe you can catch a ride. I'll tell you what, I'll do it for free if you can offer some sort of assistance to these people. Gold's not going to help him, that's true. Fucking A, I don't know what to do. I don't want a bunch of fucking landlubbers making fucking this their town now. We got a good thing going here. We know what we're doing. We know how to fish. Fuck, we're not trying to get rich here. Just trying to live a happy life. Now we're just trying to fucking not have a bunch of people die on our doorstep. All right, well, I'll tell you what. If you ain't got any goods or services to offer them, then we'll just call it cold, hard fucking cash. How about 5 gold? We'll get you on one of those boats. Does that sound fair? All right. First thing in the morning, that's when that's when they depart. So from Baldurs, probably about an hour from now, is when we're going to see one of the major ships go by. You guys ready? All right. No, that's what I'm proposing. Okay. That's perfect. All right. Give me about a half an hour. I gotta go tell my wife what's going on. She'll be pleased for the gold. And he kind of walks off. All right, you hand him the 5 gold. You shake on it. He goes over to and you see him walk up the road just a very short way, go into one of the houses, and he comes back a few minutes later with a big old rope. He's like, all right, get aboard. We're going to get it fucking waterborne. So when the boat comes by, we can move to intercept, right? All right. All right, you guys get on the boat, and he pulls a little. He's got a little flagpole on it, and he puts a flag up. And he has you guys, he's kind of like teaching you sailing a little bit. He's like, no, not like that. He's all right, you're going to detach the thing like this. And then, yeah, you guys kind of shove off. You get into the river. And yeah, it takes about, half an hour goes by. And then you see incoming, pretty big, like, well, almost like a galleon, a pretty big ship for a river, trade ship comes by, and the fishing boat kind of like he's like waving his hand, and he's sailing you guys over, and you get up alongside, And one of the mates pokes his head over. He's like, "Hey, hail. Oi! What you want, old timer? Good to see you again. You too, Jeff. Hey, I got these fucks right here. Yeah. I got these fucks right here. They're trying to get into Baldurs Gate. Can you give them a lift?" He's like, "Aye. Shit. No can do, mate. They're fucking not letting anybody in. Security's on tight. They fucking got a refugee crisis going right now. It's a fucking hot mess." What's that? Going to Baldurs Gate. We got to trade. Lots of goods. Back to Baldursk. We go back and forth. We're a trade vessel. I mean, we can get in just fine. Don't need papers for that. I mean, you want me to smuggle you in? I'm picking up what you're putting down. Well, here's the challenge. There aren't ships going from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep every day. Well, I mean, look, I'll tell you what. The security's very fucking tight right now. They're not letting anybody in, but you grease the right palms. You guys got cash? All right. Now, this puts us in a difficult position, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to say 200 gold to get you in. And then you got to deal with security from there. For the whole pile, yep. Amenable? Give me just a minute. Let me clear with the captain. He's got a green like this before we go. I'm the captain. I'm a first mate. So he goes he goes over. Mm-mm. So he goes over, comes back. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I got bad news. The captain is not amenable to this arrangement. It just puts too much at risk for him. There's a lot of gold at stake in these trade deals. He can't do it for less than 500, he says. Amenable? Oh, well, he's busy running a ship right now. You can talk to me. You can have words with him once you're aboard. But we'll need to see the 500 first. Incoming! And he like throws like a rope bridge over the edge for you guys to climb up. Yeah. You guys climb up? Yeah. He's like, aren't you a sight? Holy shit, the lot of you. Fuck. All right, and he reaches his hand over and he kind of helps you guys climb aboard. And Jeff waves. All right, we'll be off then. Fuck, I should have charged him more. You hear him say. And he sort of turns his little fishing vessel around and heads back to town. So fast forward, it's like, sort of night hits. You guys are still sailing. Let me see if there's any information online for sailing rates. What's like movement? Okay, a cargo ship. Direction change, 15 feet. Distance traveled per day. A skiff, long ship, galleon. Okay. Navigable rivers. Doesn't really say like per. Okay. A ship can travel 24 hours per day if it has an adequate crew and steady wind. First, figure out its speed per turn and then multiply by 2.5 to determine how many miles. So, speed per turn. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here too in Discord. Okay. Feet is 200. 2.5 miles a day. Does that sound right? Fucking 1,500 miles a day? I don't know. We'll make it up. All right. So you guys are aboard the boat. You head back to Baldur's Gate, and it goes fairly well without incident. Switching maps. All right. So you guys, I'm gonna put let's see if there's a ship token. There sure is. Oh, that's a premium asset. Give me free stuff from the web. Give me a moment. Importing a token. Why doesn't it just let you like drag it on there? Oh no, it did. Okay, good. Cool. Got it. Move it to the right layer. All right. You guys see the big boat? Okay, so it starts. So you guys go under the bridge far east of town, and then you guys sail in, and he pulls up to the docks in the old city, right about here. You see that? Okay, I'm gonna make it small now. All right, so you guys get there, pulls up, and he says, so as soon as they pull into the dock, you see a couple of town guards like walk over, and they extend the plank down, and he's like, "All right, you guys with me. I'll introduce you to security. You got a story? Where are you from? What are you doing? What's your objective here? Well, that's how he's sort of getting into it with you right now before you guys go like meet security. They're about to, yeah. You can see the crew is all kind of very active. They're bringing stuff up from the hull below to be brought down to the docks and moved into various warehouses and stuff. Yeah, true. Yeah, you guys could just be deckhands functionally. Oh. Yeah, that's sounds like a fair plan. Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't know anybody. Um, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, she's Salira, yeah, she's like, yeah, I got to contact she hangs out at the Elf Song Tavern, like actually quite close to here. Sounds good. How are we gonna? She goes over to the first mate. She's like, "Hey, if we're gonna, do you know who we would go see about booking passage to Waterdeep?" And he recommends, yeah, there's a building that he's like, yeah, go talk to this guy. He is, he's the fellow that keeps records of all the ships incoming and outgoing. And so he's got staff that's taking logs of every ship that's coming in, what kind of products they're bringing. And so, like, yeah, he knows all of the comings and goings. So he's the perfect guy to talk to. Yeah. uh, yeah. His name's Coranth, and it's like the Shipwrights Guild. He's got the building next door. It's on the, so basically he points to the block you're on, and the L-shaped building at the far corner is the Shipwrights Guild. Just next door to it, that's where the dockmaster keeps his records. And you see a couple of his team, right, just out on the docks, like with noting and like one of them actually comes over to the ship that you guys are at now. So we've got the security guy and the log guy are there, and they're like, all right, time to board, let's search the ship. What do you, and so they kind of come up the dock, the security, and they're on board, and they talk to the first mate, and you guys are kind of standing around, and you overhear the conversation. It's like, how long you staying? What's your product? You smuggle anyone? Fucking, we don't need a soul coming into the city right now. There's been fucking goddamn refugee crisis out there. There's goddamn murders all over the place. It's a fucking mess right now. So they, have an interaction, and then a couple of the other staff that are kind of keen to what you guys are doing is like, all right, just follow us, come on. And they start essentially like carrying one of the first crate. They've got like these handled things where you, like two on your shoulders, and then they're attached to like one of the crates. So two men can like carry it. So you guys kind of like double up. They find a small one for our party's shorties. Greg and Trudy, they get like a little crate for you to carry. And security guy's like kind of suspicious. He's like, these are your fucking deckhands. Or no, Trudy, I keep forgetting you're on a halfling because your token looks like that. It's just Greg. So actually, Greg enlarges to like make himself the correct size to like handle it. So he looks like a big fucking burly dwarf. Yep. So yeah, you guys disembark the boat. You're following one of the other ones, and there's a nearby like warehouse right on the corner here that you start bringing stuff into it. And do you guys bounce after the first load, or do you spend some time working it? Okay. All right. Where do you guys head? Yep. Well, the Zentarum. Yeah, they do, and they told you like Elf Song Taverns where to meet up with her friend. Yeah. All right. And I think this is where we're going to stop tonight. This is a good sort of breaking point as you guys begin to infiltrate the city. What's that? Oh, who subtracted 500 from their cash inventory? You guys can make Thorn pay the whole thing. Thorn's got... who's got the most gold here, too, by the way? Kyrus has a big old pile. Yeah. Mel had 8,800 or almost like 8,900 gold. Wow, 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 wow. Thorn's got 89. Yeah, Kyrus has got 92. It's pretty close. All right, gentlemen. We'll catch up again next week. A little bit of XP for you guys for handling the bandits. 200 XP a person. Amazing. I'll... 200 for each of you. I just got Thorn. Yeah, I think we're not even tracking it on Greg. He's just matching your guys' XP. I'll put that in there. Let's see. Well, we should have just done all the math first before doing it. So, more XP. So, you guys are going to get another 200 for dealing and getting intel from the security guard. We're going to get another 200 for dealing with the fisher and the boat exchange and making your way into the docks. So a total of 600. So we'll tack 400 more for everybody on top of what you just had. Just a drop in the bucket at this level, but there we go. It's something. All right, gentlemen. We'll see you next week. Bye, y'all. Yeah.